Hey, how's it going everyone? It's me, It's Count here with a brand new Pokemon GO video, and we just had ourselves a Shinx Community Day, and a lot of players were reporting several different issues with this particular Community Day. I want to know if this was considered an unmitigated disaster, and yeah, that's what I'm going to be talking about in today's video, so let's roll the intro and jump right into it. Alrighty, so like I said at the top of this video, a lot of players were reporting several different issues with the Community Day that we just had. It's kind of unfortunate that some players experienced some problems, mainly because this Community Day was set to be one of the most exciting of the year, considering that the highlighted Pokemon was of course Shinx. Now, even though Shinx was not a new shiny in Pokemon GO, a lot of players were still excited about this one, considering that getting a shiny Shinx before this Community Day required you to do a ton of raids, and a lot of players were not happy with that. And of course, the exclusive Community Day move Psychic Fang did give a lot of potential to Luxray, so a lot of players were interested in getting this Pokemon. But unfortunately, players were reporting a lot of different issues. First and foremost, there just seemed to be a lack of Shinx spawns compared to other Community Days. I think this is something that Niantic could have addressed really quickly, but unfortunately it seems like this issue persisted through a lot of different regions. A lot of players were saying that there was just a lot more of the event spawns that were there instead of actual Shinx, and I do think that this was something that could have hampered a lot of players' experiences. Now, for me personally, I did not experience this, so I don't know if this issue was corrected before it got to me, but regardless, a lot of players were unhappy at the fact that they just did not see as many Shinx as they usually would for this particular Community Day. Now, another issue that was happening, and this was something that actually affected me directly, was an issue with the friends list. Now, for some reason, you were not able to actually see your friends on your friends list, which means you were not able to open gifts and collect those 7km eggs. And yeah, this was extremely frustrating because one of the things that I really wanted to do during this Community Day was hatch a bunch of 7km eggs in order to possibly pick up a shiny Riolu. And I was not able to do that too much because of course the friends list was inaccessible and I was not able to hatch a lot of 7km eggs. Of course, one of the bonuses for this particular Community Day involved egg hatching, and I was not able to fully utilize this bonus throughout this Community Day, mainly because I was hatching a whole bunch of 2km eggs and 5km eggs that I didn't want to hatch, and that is of course because I was not able to open gifts for those 7km eggs. So I really think this is something that Niantic needs to watch out for with future Community Days, like especially when it comes to friends lists. Like, people want to open up gifts and get their experience points, they want to get their 7km eggs. This is something that a lot of players missed out on because of these issues. And then finally, some players were reporting that they were not able to get Psychic Fang on their Luxrays when they evolved their Shinx during the after hours period of Community Day. I personally did not see this issue, and I don't think a lot of my friends did either. This could have been one of those things where players were just experiencing some GPS issues, and because of that they were not able to get the exclusive move. In case you didn't know, getting exclusive Community Day moves from evolving is tied to your GPS signal, so if you have a weak GPS signal on your phone, then it is likely you may come across this issue. So yeah, I don't necessarily count this as one of the problems that was happening during this particular Community Day, but at least for the other issues, I can understand why players were frustrated. Now, it wasn't all doom and gloom with this particular Community Day. Niantic did try out a couple of things with this particular Community Day, and I do think that those experiments did actually pan out to be a success. One of the new bonuses that they tried out with this Community Day is an increased chance of getting XL candies when you transfer Pokemon. So during the time leading up to this particular Community Day, a lot of players were hoarding up a lot of different rare Pokemon that they wanted XL candies for, and they transferred those Pokemon on Community Day so that they were able to pick up a whole bunch of XL candies. And to be honest with you, I was really fond of this bonus and I would like to see it happen in Community Days again. I actually really enjoyed this bonus for one reason or another. It was just a lot of fun to hoard up a lot of Pokemon and then just transfer them all in one go. Like, it was something really satisfying, and I think a lot of players would agree with that. So this is definitely something Niantic should do again moving forward. And like I said, because the Shinx spawn rate was seemingly fixed by the time my region got the community day, I did actually enjoy this community day. I actually walked out with a 98% shiny Shinx as well. So overall, it was a nice success for me, but I can understand why other players were frustrated because they did not get the same experience I did. And for one reason or another, a lot of players were actually out and about for this particular community day. I don't know if it's because it landed on a Sunday and a lot of people were a lot more free, or if it's because it was Shinx and people were just hyped up for this one particular Pokemon, or it's because just in general, the sentiment around community days is starting to make a turn. So who knows what it is, but it just seemed like there was just a lot more players active, and that was really nice to see. I mean, it's been a while since I've ever felt community days actually had a sense of community, because a lot of players were either playing from home or they were just not interested in community days for a while. So yeah, it was nice to see that there was just a lot of activity and a lot of players, and it really felt like it was kind of a homecoming, because a lot of players that I haven't seen in almost a year, I was able to meet up with them and just hang out with them. It was just a lot of fun. So hopefully this is a good sign that community days are going to be as great as they once were. Who knows, but yeah, this is still pretty exciting to see. So overall, I have to say that this was not a negative community day for me, but of course a lot of other players experienced a lot of different issues, and yeah, I can see why that was really problematic for them. So I really hope that Niantic is able to fix these issues and prevent them from happening in future community days so that players are able to have a positive experience, because I do think it's a bit of a missed opportunity, because there was just something around this particular community day that made it really exciting, and I'm pretty sure a lot of players were a lot more active than they once were. So yeah, it was really sad that there was a lot of different issues in different regions, because that prevented a lot of players from experiencing a lot of the positive experiences that I did, and I really hope that Niantic takes that to heart, because in the future, community days could be something that keeps the game alive. And yeah, I hate to say that, but that's just kind of how it seems to be right now. As long as they're creating community days with some hype Pokemon and they have some nice bonuses like the XL Candy bonus that we had, I'm sure that a lot more players will be more excited about community days once again, and it's really going to be up to Niantic to keep those issues at bay so that players have a positive experience. But yeah, I would love to know your thoughts regarding Shinx Community Day down below. Was it an unmitigated disaster for you? Were you able to get a lot of nice event spawns, or were you suffering in a region that didn't get a lot of event spawns? Definitely share that down below. And yeah, also flex your best Shinx down below, like what was the highest IV shiny Shinx that you got? Definitely share that as well. And yeah, let's have a great discussion. I am Count Jinsula. Hope you enjoyed this video. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.